Hello, welcome back. It's time to get fluent. Fluency in a foreign language is a major accomplishment. In fact, fluency is made up of several factors, so it's important to work on each aspect: speaking, listening, reading, and writing. But there is one trick that will make you fluent. Many people think about to reach fluent has to study for a long time, so I come over to destroy all this. And I have to give out this information and to mark off a new beginning from this. First, you have to understand what are the components of a language to ease your fluency, and afterwards, I show you the only trick that anybody knows to get fluent. And if you can understand this, you will be able to start your fluency path. So I'm going to break up this explanation around three main points: language components, trick to get fluent, and learning times. And I will be starting off with language components, and these are phonology, semantics, grammar, and pragmatics. Phonology is the first language component and involves structural roles and sound sequences of any language, which is when the child begins to babble or make sound similars. Afterward, the child begins to pronounce some words until to get fluent. Semantic is not about the vocabulary and concepts. It represents two words. Children use vocabulary but often incorrectly. Parents by your children are able to understand the meaning of words and know the definition of multiple vocabularies. So grammar is the number 3 component of any language and involves two parts. The first, syntax, which are roles by which sentences are formed. The second grammar component is morphology, and it deals with grammatical uses, markers that indicate time, passive or active voice, among others. Pragmatic is fourth and last component of any language. By pragmatic, we understand rules of that proper and effective use from communication. Pragmatic involves 3 skills. First is correctly use real language to greet or request something. Second is language use alternated, so that we speak to each person differently, so it depends on who you're speaking. And third is about roles, so just waiting and stop talking to keep on the conversation. So the time has come to explain the trick to get fluent, and we can try to study all grammar, all existing words, and that would take a lot of time. So the trick is to adapt the way to be able to put together the first 3 components in a pragmatic one. You know, it's the fastest path to get it, and I will tell you how did you get that. And I got to say that not everyone reaches success. Some people lack something about determination by their goals, and this is important for growing up. The most important thing about learning is language immersion. There are a lot of ways to get this, and one of them is to be an active listener. The core about this is sharpen you, so you have to spend time. The trick is to spin into something enjoyable and passionate. Might be music, movies, choice series, everything ever you want. And to achieve fluency is not about to study all the grammar and not even all the words, as I said before, so it must gather the basic of each component to reduce the study time by more than 50%. In fact, I think a person is able to get to headway fluency with words and grammar basic and medium level. The trick is learning the main vocabulary, because it uses less to learn vocabulary we aren't usually use. Whatever level you have, if you wanna get fluent, the idea is collecting the essential language words. In a pragmatic way, it is done using words and grammar together. The key is creating sentences into grammatical level, making use of the essential language word. Each sentence shall play an important role into learning, so it is important to strike a balance between each other. There's nothing settled down in language learning. You must be adept at analyzing and interpreting. The basic rules of language learning are input and output. Nobody learns to speak forgetting these essential rules. So to be fluent in a short time, each should have an active listen so much, interaction with native speakers, and being so patient like being possible. So the last point is about learning time. I think it's like around 6 months. It would take proficiency, because everything is limited by users. Nobody will tell you have to learn, because the essential thing is you decide what you wanna learn. The grammar is wide, so you don't have to limit yourself and being repetitive. I'm kind of point out the responsibility lies with users. So people come to try coding more than they can and end up failing. And after a while you understand it's about living in a very small circle. And each word you learn, the circle grow up. So the learning a language may get becoming something broad. But what's more important, to speak or listen? In short, I think to speak is 100% better. You know that understanding a full language can take many years, so the first thing is to guarantee that we can put across get fluently, and when the time has gone, things flow normally. So finally, if you understand the language basic elements, you are closer to get your goals. And if you're going to start or have not yet decided which language to learn, no worries, and take your time to immerse yourself in learning a language that you are passionate about. So before saying goodbye, I got to say I listened to Billie Eilish song, and I wanted to give them an amazing video, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe down below, and have a good day.